Good evening, dear friends. Thank you for joining with us today as well to our daily broadcast, live broadcast of our Buddha Puja, evening Buddha Puja, chanting and then reflection on Dhamma and meditation. Usually the program lasts for about an hour. Sometimes it depends on the topic of the Dhamma we use for discussion. So if you're interested, please do join with us every day. If your friends do not have Facebook, ask them to join on our YouTube channel, and then you can participate from home during this lockdown and pandemic times. So our Vassa retreat, rains retreat, started on Sunday, and every day people, devotees have been given the opportunity to sponsor our puja so that they can not just accumulate merit, but also dedicate the event for some personal reasons. So today the puja is sponsored by Mr. Benson Fernando and Malini Fernando, along with their son Kosala and daughter Sajita, and son-in-law Upul and granddaughter Dinara. So all of them have sponsored the day today. Wishing everyone good health, happiness, especially during this time of Corona-19 pandemic. Wishing everyone happiness, speedy recovery if you have been affected, and wishing every listeners and participants, family, friends, all the very best, good health, happiness, and success. So we join with the Fernando family to bless all of you from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So without further ado, we will begin our puja. So please say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times to observe 5 precepts. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Pānātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi, Adinādānā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi, Kāmesu miccācārā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi, Musāvādā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Surāmiraya majjapamā daṭṭhānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, තිසරණේන සද්ධින් පංචශීලං ධම්මං අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස. ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විජ්ජාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරථි සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති. බුද්ධං ජීවිතං යාව නිබ්බානං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි. යේච බුද්ධා අතීතාච යේච බුද්ධා අනාගතා පච්චුප්පන්නාච යේ බුද්ධා අහං වන්දාමි සම්බදා. නත්ථි මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං. ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු මේ ජය මංගලං. උත්තමංගේන වන්දේහං පාදපං සුවරුත්තමං. බුද්ධේයෝ කලිතෝ දෝසෝ බුද්ධෝ කමතු තං මමං. ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සන්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතම්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහීති. ධම්මං ජීවිතං යාව නිබ්බානං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි. යේච ධම්මා අතීතාච යේච ධම්මා අනාගතා පච්චුප්පන්නාච යේ ධම්මා අහං වන්දාමි සම්බදා. නත්ථි මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං. ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු මේ ජය මංගලං. උත්තමංගේන වන්දේහං ධම්මං ච ත්‍රිවිධං වරං. ධම්මේයෝ කලිතෝ දෝසෝ ධම්මෝ කමතු තං මමං. සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු ශාවක සංඝෝ උජ්ජපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු ශාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු ශාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු ශාවක සංඝෝ. යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතු ශාවක සංඝෝ. ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති. සංඝං ජීවිතං යාව නිබ්බානං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි. යේච සංඝා අතීතාච යේච සංඝා අනාගතා පච්චුප්පන්නාච යේ සංඝා අහං වන්දාමි සබ්බදා. නත්ථි මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං. ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු උත්තමංගේන වන්දේහං සංඝං ච ත්‍රිවිධෝත්තමං සංඝේයෝ කලිතෝ දෝසෝ සංඝෝ කමතු තං මමං කනසාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සිනා තිලෝකදීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං වන්නගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේ නච හෝතු මොක්ඛං පුප්පං මිලායාති යතයි ධම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ පානීයං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ සබ්බං සද්ධාය පූජිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සබ්බඨානි සුපතිට්ඨිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධිං බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යස්ස මූලේ නිසින්නෝව සබ්බාරි විජයං අකා පත්තෝ සබ්බඤ්ඤුතං සත්තා වන්දේතං බෝධිපාදපං ඉමේ ඒතේ මහා බෝධි ලෝකනාථේන පූජිතා අහං පිතේ නමස්සාමි බෝධි රාජා නමත්තේ කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ ධම්ම සන්දිට්ඨික අකාලික කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්න අනුත්තර එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ දේවා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ භූතා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා එතාවතාච අම්හෙහි සම්භතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ සත්තා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිබ්බානපත්තියා ඉදම්මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයා වහං හෝතු සබ්බ දුක්ඛා පමුංචතු සාදු 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 So you are joining us live to our broadcast of daily puja, chanting, reflection on Dhamma and meditation. So as mentioned before, today's puja was sponsored by Mr. Benson and Mrs. Malini Fernando, along with their children Kosala and Sajita, and son-in-law Upul and granddaughter Dinara. So their wishes were to invoke blessings of the triple gem for your good health, happiness, success and prosperity. May everyone affected by COVID-19 and their families and other illnesses, may you all recover quickly and enjoy good health. Now this family is quite close to the center, and they offer a regular dana to the temple, and may all the merit accumulated by today's sponsorship and other religious meritorious deeds they do with the London Mindfulness Meditation Center, may you all be well, happy and peaceful. Okay, so now we are going to chant Paritta Sutta to bless you for your good health and happiness. We also would like to dedicate the chanting to all the key workers working tirelessly during this pandemic to serve the nation and the world. So may all the key workers, including NHS staff, doctors and nurses, may all have determination and courage to continue your valuable services. May everyone affected by illnesses from COVID-19 to other illnesses, may you have speedy recovery. So may you be blessed by the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So please listen to the chanting with great attention and respect. Samanta Cakkavalesu Atra Gacchantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadang Paritta Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Paritta Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Paritta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Yani Dabhutani Samagatani Bhummani Vayani Vayantalikhe Sabbeva Bhuta Sumana Bhavantu Atopi Sakkacca Sunantu Bhasitam Tasmahi Bhutani Sametha Sabbe Mettam Karotha Manusiya Pajaya Divacharatto Chaharanti Baling Tasmahine Rakkata Appamatta Yankinchi Vittam Idhvahurang Vasagge Suvayang Ratanang Panitam Nano Samang Atti Tathagate Idampi Buddhe Ratanang Panitam Etena Saccena Suvatti Hotu Khayang Viragang Amatang Panitam Yadajjaga Sakya Muni Samahito Natena Dhammena Samathi Kinchi Idampi Dhamme Ratanang Panitam Etena Saccena Suvatti Hotu Yang Buddha Settha Parivannai Sucing Samadhimanantarikanyamahu Samadhina tena samona vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitam etena saccena suvatti hotu ye puggala attha satang pasattha cattari etani yugani honti te dakkhineya sugatassa savakaye te sudinnani mahappalani idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yesupayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino gotama sasanam hi te pattipatta amatang vigaihe laddha mudha nibbuting bhunjamana idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yathinda kilo pataving sitosiya chatubhi vatebhi asampekampiyo Tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo variya saccani avecca passati Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani Kincapi te honti busappamatta nate bhavang attamang adiyanti Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti Sakkaya ditthi vicikiccitanca silabbatan vapi yadatti kinci Catuha payehi ca vippamutto ca cabithanani abhabbo katum Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Kincapi sokammang karoti papakang kayena vaca udcetasava Abhabbo sotassa paticcahadaya abhabbata dittha padassa butta Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Vanappagumbe yatha pussitagge gimhanamase patamasmin gimhe Tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaya Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Varo varanyo varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Khinang puranang navang natti sambhavang viratta citta ayatike bhavasming Te khina bija avirulhichhanda nibbanti dhira yathayang padipo Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhammani vayani veyantalikhe Tathagatang deva manussa pujitang buddhang namassama suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhammani vayani veyantalikhe Tathagatang deva manussa pujitang dhammang namassama suvatti hotu Yani dabhutani samagatani bhammani vayani veyantalikhe Tathagatang deva manussa pujitang sanghang namassama suvatti hotu Etena sacca vajjena dukkha upasamintute Etena sacca vajjena bhaya upasamintute Etena sacca vajjena roga upasamintute Sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena Buddha ratanang dhamma ratanang sangha ratanang tinnang ratananang anubhavena Chaturasiti sahasra dhammakkhandhanubhavena pitakattayanubhavena jinasavakanubhavena sambete roga sambete bhaya sambete antaraya sambete upaddava sambete dunnimitta sambete avamangala vinassantu आयु वड्ढको धन वड्ढको सिरि वड्ढको यश वड्ढको बल वड्ढको वन्न वड्ढको सुख वड्ढको होतु सर्वदा दुख रोग भया वीरा शोका सब्बे पद्दवा अनेका अंतरायापि विनश्यन्तु च तेजसा जय सिद्धि धनं लाभं सोत्ति भाग्यं सुखं बलं सिरियायु च वन्नो च भोगं बुद्धि च यशवा सतवस्सा च आयु च जीव सिद्धि भवन्तु ते साधु साधु साधु. Okay, so So we will do a short reflection before we do meditation. So to continue with our Dhamma reflection, so today I'm going to choose 3 stanzas, the subsequent one from yesterday. So these are the gathas from the Dhammapada. So for those who might not know, it is a collection of the Buddha's advices, sayings, and they were not in the same sequence as uttered by the Buddha, but compiled and is in the Tripitaka. So it is a book with 422 verses or stanzas, and sometimes they are in dual or in a trio format. So this chapter is to do with dual or twin verses. So they show the opposites, of. And they are the advices given to different people on different occasions. So it happens to be that there was a venerable or a monk called Tissa. He was quite proud to be a cousin of the Buddha, and did not pay any respect to senior monks. So very proud. When they resented, so these monks, saw that, obviously in the order of monks, we respect our seniors, having asked, what their age is, the upasampada or high ordination age. So these senior monks, saw that this was not right, a monk not following the rules, so they complained, or they actually went to the Buddha and informed the Buddha, and then the Buddha pointed him out. But it came to be that, Venerable Tissa, being quite obstinate, said, he took it personally, and he became more upset. And he, behaved in such way. So the Buddha said, he did not just do like this in this birth, but also in the previous birth. So we won't go with the story of the previous birth. But then it came to, after discussion, after obviously lots of advice, then the Venerable Tissa, sought pardon or apologized to the senior monks, and then sorted himself out, or actually, became an obedient monk. So the gathas or the verses go like this in the Dhammapada. Akkochimang avadhimang. He abused me and he beat me. Ajinimang ahasime. He defeated me, he robbed me. Yetang upanaihanti. So anyone who harbors such thought, Verang te samna sammati, hatred will never be appeased, or will always be hatred in the mind. So someone who harbors that, remembering previous incidents. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, robbed me. So constant reminder of this, or constant, thinking of this, or constant, contemplating, or worrying on this, someone will slowly start harboring anger. So the opposite is yetanna upanaihanti, someone who does not harbor such thought. Hate will verante surpasammati, hatred will be appeased. Okay, that means there will be happiness, there will be peace. So if I link this to the next stanza as well, which is quite one of the most popular ones, we have all heard about, and it's quite even the political leaders, the United Nations leaders, all these leaders, when they quote Buddhism to talk about wars and conflict, they quote this stanza, and this is Nahi verena verani sammanti dhe kudachana averena cha sammanti esa dhammo sanantano. Hatred never ceases through hatred. Okay, so when it comes to those contemplation of these errors and impact, when it comes to the time when people always bring in previous incidents and start developing or nurturing hatred, it tends to be that it never ceases. Hatred never ceases. Averena cha sammanti, only through love, only through forgiveness, only through not nurturing of hatred, or not actually making that hatred develop in your deep thoughts, then only hatred will cease. So love will cease from there. So this is the fifth gatha of the Dhammapada. Okay. So we might refer to this tomorrow as well, but I'd like to take the third and the fourth to contemplate on perhaps why people might nurture this incidents or the experiences and keep on working on those thoughts. So obviously when we are humans, we as I said yesterday, we are perhaps a result of certain actions done in the past. So we discussed yesterday what sort of actions might cause karma or kamma. Those actions intentionally done, those actions intentionally done, intentionally said, or intentionally thought. So any exposition of your personal internal thought can turn out to be either good or bad karma, because if the thoughts are wholesome, it turns out to be good karma. If the thoughts are unwholesome, improper, evil, it turns out that your karma becomes negative, which might subsequently affect your this life, or, as we believe in rebirth, our future lives to come. So we are a result of our previous karma in certain cases, not all cases. So certain things, certain experiences can come by karma. So even when the Buddha when the Buddha gave these advices, he always links similar behavior to previous lives of these monks. Okay, so which means that every incident, it might be some sort of like a habitual trend. I'm not saying we all carry these habitual trends, but yesterday we discussed that whatever we nurture, whatever we actually have in our thoughts, sometimes could be not instantly now. It can be a result of our previous thinking patterns as well. Yes, we have to purposely make a great effort to actually change and transform this. If you notice that you have a habitual pattern of certain behavior, so for example, if you have a habit of personalizing incidents and pointing fingers at others for their mistakes, that might not be a personality that came right now. It might be some sort of traits that come from your previous according to this Gatha and the stories, it says that they come from a previous births. That's why one of the qualities of the Buddha is Bhagava. Bhagava means one who has destroyed. We say Bhagava, Bhagavan. So Bhagava means one who has destroyed previous habits from previous lives as well. So when we say Itipiso Bhagava Arahang, the last quality, the ninth quality, refers to, or also can be translated that he is the one who is so fortunate that he has no previous traits from previous lives. Okay, so his habits or his sort of some ways of thinking has changed. So the Buddha, the enlightened one, is as such Bhagava. So he has destroyed those previous habits. So we also need to make a great effort to actually change our ways of thinking. It can happen. We might fall into a hole, but it is not right for us to actually say, this is my way of thinking, this is me. And then, so if someone thought like that, so someone fell into a hole or a ditch, then it is not ideal for us to say, oh, I fell in the hole and this is my life, and not make any effort to actually come out of it. So we might either need to seek some ways to come out of the hole and then change and transform our ways of living. So if you fall into the same hole again another day, then that surely says how ignorant we could possibly be. So if you fall into the same hole that you fell in the night, you have then not either learned from your mistake or you have actually ignored your previous experiences. So when you look like this, our previous experiences if they are bringing us pain and suffering, if they are bringing us negative, reactions, we then need to realize that this is what we have to change. So again, as I always say, mindfulness is quite important all the time. What is it that you are not being able to release yourself from? What is it? So in this case, in this stanza, he abused me, he beat me. Yes, it can happen, things can happen. Someone might actually have done something or said something to you. Okay, obviously when you say defeated me, then you were in the competition, you were in a series of events. So sometimes you might get defeated. So only one person can come to the top, obviously. But then when you think like abuse, when you think like certain things happening to you, this is about associating something with a memory. And I always say, I said this a couple of times in the past, these incidents that happen to us always have conditions that come to that point. Now those conditions can be very different. So if you say, for example, your very best friend and you went and said hello. Now if this person was thinking about something and daydreaming, you go right to the front, you even say hello 100 times, the person will not hear you because this person is completely out of his body at the moment, daydreaming something. Ears, eyes, both open, but actually was somewhere else. So not realizing such conditions sometimes, we then might take this bit too personally. I said hello 3 times, but this person never even responded. Now, so that is just a simple incident. Maybe then someone might have said something to you, like maybe abused you in a sense, like might either physically, you might have had an argument. Okay. Now, perhaps we have to then realize that certain things do heat up. Obviously, they do heat up. But but again, if you are a wise person, you rather than trying to fuel the fire, we sometimes might want to extinguish the fire. Okay, but maybe given the point at that moment, both heated arguments might lead to some conclusive, judgment. But then, should we be silly enough to actually bring that into our day-to-day life? Break relationships. So many marriages sometimes end up in divorces. So many relationships end up in bitter departures. Sometimes children and parents or children stay away from their parents, brothers and sisters stay away from each other by just bringing one simple incident which might have been a mistake, or which might have been a result of some condition given that time. So if we are silly enough to personalize such incidents, and I think there is a lot that we have to change and transform our way of thinking. Okay, so someone might have actually been angry, or someone might have been in a very different mood, and we were not able to recognize that, but we happened to be at that time, and whatever this person said, might not have been meant, but we might take it personally. And at that time, what we are doing is we associate ourselves personally, now which you might call it the self, you might call ego, you might call the word I. You saw yourself in that, and then you took this too personally. Now this is perhaps it might be our own mistake. So if you realize this, then you can start thinking, we don't need to go and start digging things to find the conditions, but you yourself can wisely disassociate yourself from that memory, from that incident. Okay, so disassociating yourself means that thing that happened some time ago. It's like as if if you were in front in driving, and then you saw this red traffic light, and then it's like you arguing for the red traffic light. Now that red traffic light was timed, was tuned. Your arrival to that point was completely coincidental, and then no matter what rush you are in, you would actually stop. There's no point shouting and swearing and pointing fingers at the red traffic light. It will take its own time. Okay, so if you actually got angry and annoyed at that time, you will continuously be angry, annoyed for the next couple of minutes. Now there's no point actually recalling that red traffic light and always arguing or blaming the red traffic light. It is because of this I'm not talking to you. It is because of this I'm not being your friend. It is because of this I'm angry with you. I have the right to be angry. What comes up? Your ego. Your personality is being nurtured by that anger. Your personality is being nurtured by that distaste or that bad experience. So there's no point actually even arguing, I have the right to be angry, because that red traffic light will not feel the pain, will not feel your response. Similarly, the person who made a mistake might not be in the sense to realize what happened to you. But if you are conscious and aware and mindful enough, you would be able to actually realize, that you are the one that is in pain now, not the person. The person's response might be different to yours, because the person had a different condition, different reasons for that incident, whereas you have one incident, one reason for your incident, your anger, your ego. We have not seen the other person's situation. We might not have realized the other person's situation, but yourself, something led you to become angry, something that led you to nurture that anger. So it can be the incident, can be a personal affliction, can be a personal taste, can be a personal fixed view. So these are what actually brings this negative experiencing within us, and therefore it turns out to what we call Vera. Vera is like hatred, like nurtured hatred, and sometimes you might easy to understand would be revenge. Okay, so this revenge or this thought of negativity is deeply inside rooted in you, and is always stirred up whenever you remember the incident. When you see something that's quite correlated with the incident, such as if you know a friend of a friend, if you realize that this friend is a friend of this person, or this friend is a friend of my enemy, you also will again nurture the same the anger deeply and make it more problematic for you. So you are like literally victimizing yourself for no reason. So nurturing this is not the way. So therefore, how many times would you say this person did this to me, this person said this to me, this person accused me for nothing? How many times would you want to stay on that and sort of like repent? If the incident has finished, sometimes we need to be, if you can't go back and rewrite the story, we can't go back and rewrite the incident. We can't go back and and try to make things out, because that's already gone. That incident does not exist anymore. It is only in our memories. So painful incidents, painful memories should always not be dealt with. We learn lesson from it. Like I said, we might fall into the ditch in the night, but if we fall into the ditch in the same ditch in the daytime in the same way, we have not learned our lesson. So we learn lessons from the incidents, but we do not react with emotions. We do not react emotionally. When we react emotionally, that is solely because of your fixated views, your prejudiced views, your view that you have been nurturing, or you've been listening to someone else who might wind you up and try to make things worse. So you are always in pain and suffering. You are always in the in the hole that I've been talking about. We need to learn how to let go of this. So trying to rewrite the stories behind that emotion, trying to rewrite the story behind the incident can never happen. It is in the past. You are, they are, we all are in a different present moment. The conditions are different now. So it is not right for us to dig and start, scratching the wound. By scratching the wound, what will happen is you are deeply, emotionally making yourself in pain. And what happens is that pain, that sadness, that worry, that fear actually emits more negative hormones to your body, and you become unhealthy thinking about it. Every time seeing a person you can't forgive, every time reading something you can't forgive, every time thinking about that memory you can't forgive this person. It does not work in the real world. We need to learn how to let go. We need to learn how to move on from there. And therefore one way of that is, while we develop patience, we develop the idea of forgiveness. And that forgiveness is so easy, because if you would like to have been forgiven in a similar incident, maybe other people will also like to have been forgiven. So we can start thinking in that way and not actually hold the grudge, as Venerable Tissa here. Even when they when they are meant to be doing something, because of the ego, because of the pride, because of the fact that this personality cannot allow that weakness, then we nurture our anger all the time. So let go of that emotion, let go of that incident. Try not to bring into your thoughts what's gone. That's what the Buddha says, atitang nanu so chanti. Don't recall the past. Don't actually repent and worry about the past. Don't actually be anxious about the past. Anusochata means you think, so the preceding thoughts are coming from the memory. Nappa jappanti nagatam. Don't start fearing and worrying about the future. So if it is related to the same person, same sort of incident, we might be worrying about the future. So nappa jappanti nagatam, don't start working too much on, because that future has not come yet. Na agata, anagata. Okay, agata means to come, no means no. It has not come. Why are we worrying? When it comes, we will deal with it. And when we deal with it, we deal with mindfulness. When we deal with mindfulness, so we don't bring in emotions or previous thoughts to work at the present moment, but we take as a lesson and then be mindful of the situations, be mindful of the conditions. So there's no point recalling the past and start striking at the person. So nahi verena verani sammantita kotachanam. So we should always let go of this hatred, let go of these emotions, and then and start developing patience. As I said in the past when we did metta meditation, as much as we discard something that is of no use. Why is anger useful to you? Why is worry useful to you? Why is pain useful to you? Why are these negative memories and emotions useful to you? You don't need to hoard them. Let it go. Throw them in the bin as much as you throw something in the bin. Throw away someone's mistake and forgive them, and then let go. If you don't want to talk to the person, not because of this memory or this incident, but you might want to be alone for yourself, that's fine. The Buddha also went to the forest when he couldn't sort out few things at the temple that he was staying in. So he observed his tent was a retreat in a forest. He couldn't sort out the issues that were in the temple. So if you don't want to talk, it's a different thing, but do not make that moment spiteful or shadowed by the same incident. You might want to take some time to calm down, that's fine, but then you can make it up. You can make it up in a sense, because there's no point nurturing hatred and revenge and all this bitter things and creating a big gap in your relationships. You have to have the courage to say sorry, and you can actually again get together, because this harmony is more important nowadays in the living, rather than your personal ego bringing at the forefront and then creating more problems. So all in all, the more you actually nurture and remember that this person, that person did this and that to me, the more hatred is nurtured and the more you become painful. You are experiencing pain and sadness and suffering yourself. No one can actually get you out of this. Going to thousands of anger management classes will not help you unless you learn how to erase these emotions from your memory, unless you learn how to throw these reasons for those emotions into the bin. Okay, so that is what the Buddha said. Ye tang na upanayhanti. If someone does not harbor these thoughts. Okay, when you say harbor, means you protect and you cherish these thoughts. So all the negative previous incidents should not be harbored. Okay, and then there will be no space for hatred in your mind. There will be no space for anger in your mind. There will be no space for envy or jealousy in your mind. Instead, you are peaceful. You have love. You have cherished happiness. There is peace of mind. You become healthy, rather than thinking of the negative things and depressing and putting and setting yourself into a depression path. You rather actually throw them away, let go of those things, and then cherish positivity. So you become healthy, you become wise, and you have a happy relationship with anyone, whether it is your spouse or whether it is your children or whether it is your siblings or your neighbors. So try your best to actually be mindful so that previous incidents do not shadow or condition the current moment. Every moment is a new thing. Try to face every moment mindfully. Try to face every moment with peace. Try to face every moment with happiness. So this is a short reflection on stanza 3 and 4 today. So thank you for joining us so far, and today this Dhamma sermon or Dhamma reflection was made available by Mr. Benson and Mrs. Malini Fernando, along with their children Kosal and Sajita, and son-in-law Upul and granddaughter Dinara. So if you also would like to sponsor and make the Dhamma available to the people, please do try to contact us or the organizing team. We are holding this series of Dhamma talks throughout the Vassa retreat, and we are using the Dhammapada Gathas selectively so that it can be a reflection on the Buddha's advice, because Buddha's advice is not to put on the shelf or just to know. We don't need to start accumulating and getting extra knowledge. These few steps can help us practice the Dhamma during this time, which is what the Vasa retreat is all about: getting together as monks and devotees, learning the Dhamma, getting to know, reminding us with the Dhamma, and then practicing it when needed. Okay, so practicing it when needed. So today we were talking about how hatred can be nurtured by certain emotions and incidents in the past which we cannot let go of. And the story was about the Venerable Tissa, who could not let go of the previous incidents of certain people, and therefore tried to disobey the senior monks, and because he thought he was the cousin of the Buddha. And so later on, after the Buddha's advice, Venerable Tissa became a better person. So with that short reflection, today we come to a close, and now we will do a metta bhavana. Okay, so you might want to adjust yourself for the next 5 minutes. So 3 requests: sit straight. Okay, so no leaning, no slanting, no resting, an upright balanced body. Your hands to yourself. If you are sitting on a chair, you might want to just place them on your knee, but make sure you don't massage or start fiddling with your clothing. Otherwise, if you can't keep your fingers not touching things, make sure you put it to your right hand on your left palm and then place them on your lap. Okay, and eyes gently closed. First of all, let's try to still the mind. When you say still the mind, make sure you are not worrying or thinking or planning or working on things in your head. Just free yourself from that. Just look at your body, how still it is, not moving. No previous actions. You're all quietly sitting down. Your body was very active before the puja time. So freeing yourself from that. And you have stilled your body. So be happy that you are able to sit down for this religious event. Praise yourself that you have been able to let go of things from your schedule this evening. So be happy that you are able to contribute to this. If your family members are joining you, be grateful that they are supporting you. If they are family members not with you at the moment, it's okay. Don't have a grudge, let go. Appreciate their presence in the house. No comments, no criticism. Just observe their behavior as they are, no judgment. Freeing yourself, everything, the stilling is also noticed when you look at the infrastructure in the house. Everything is peaceful, quiet, still. And our mind should be like that. Try to avoid everything. We are not moving like before, so let's not think about the past. We are not working anything, so let's not worry about the future. Just be here and now and enjoy that peaceful moment. That peaceful moment, is shadowed by happiness. It's joyful. That blank state of mind is so peaceful. Otherwise, it's always like a machine, thinking. So wish yourself for that, that type of peace always, that happiness, always. Let it be there. If you have not achieved that, then you can wish for that. If you think, there are things that are worrying you, free yourself from that and wish yourself, may you be free from those negative thinking. And you know what we discussed those negative thoughts as, fixed views, anger, jealousy, expectation, personality. So let go of all of those things. If you're in a negative situation where you would wish someone to be there for you, so like that, you're going to be there for others as well. That is loving kindness. Wishing yourself the same and wishing you're equally the same to others is loving kindness. So contemplate on these lines and skip the stations if they don't relate to you because they have been passed away or they do not matter at all. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no problems come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with success. May I also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May I be free from worries. May I be free from jealousy and anger. May I be free from pain and suffering. May my parents, grandparents, teachers, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, in-laws, all be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from worry, anxiety, jealousy and anger. May they be free from pain and suffering. May my husband, wife, partner, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, cousins, nephews and nieces, friends, colleagues at work, neighbors, everyone in the neighborhood, and some neutral people you meet daily. Be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in their lives. May they be free from anxiety and fear. May they be free from worries, jealousy and anger. May they be free from pain and suffering. May all living beings, including your pets, birds, animals and insects that come to your garden, seen and unseen beings, including all sentient beings, be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. Okay, so it's time for Punyan Modana. So we join Mr. Benson and Malini Fernando to bless all of you good health, happiness and success. So the family sponsored to this event and we are thankful for them to making this possible this evening. So we wish the family, Mr. Benson, Malini, Kosala, Sajita, Apul and Dinara, may all be well, happy and peaceful. May all the merit accumulated be conducive for your personal happiness, good health, and may you be prosperous and may you be successful. May you also, may all your righteous aspirations be fulfilled. So we wish you all the very best. අද දවසේ විහාරස්ථානයේ මේ සෑමදාම සන්ධ්‍යා භාගයේ පවත්වන මේ ගිලන්පස බුද්ධ පූජාව වස් කාලය තුල පවත්වන මේ ගිලන්පස බුද්ධ පූජාව සහ ධර්ම දේශනාවට දායකත්ව දරමින් බෙන්සන් මහත්මයා මාලිනී ප්‍රනාන්දුනෝනා මහත්මියත් කෝසල පුතුණුන් සහ සජිතා දීන සමගින් බෑනුන් උපුල් සහ මිනිබිරි දිනාරා පවුලේ සියලු දෙනාටම නිදුක් නිරෝගී චිරජීවනයේ ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. අද දවසේ කරගත්තා වූ මේ පින්වල අනුවස් තුලින් තමන්ගේ සියලු දහම් ප්‍රාර්ථනාවන් ඉෂ්ට සිද්ධ වේවා. කරන කින කටයුතු සියල්ල සාර්ථක වේවා. නිදුක් නිරෝගී චිරජීවනය ලැබේවා. ඒ වගේම ප්‍රාර්ථනා පරිදි සියලු දෙනාටම මේ කාලය තුල COVID-19 කාලය තුලදී සියලු දෙනාටම නිරෝගී ජීවජනය ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. ඉතින් අපිත් මේ පවුලේ සියලු දෙනා සමග ප්‍රාර්ථනාව ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම සහභාගී වෙච්ච සියලු දෙනාටම ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. හෙට දවසේ දායකත්වයේ සිසිල ගුණවර්ධන සහ සුනිත්‍රා ගුණවර්ධන ඇතුළු පවුලේ සියලු දෙනා විසින් දරනවා ඇති. ඒ නිසා හෙට දවසේ සන්ධ්‍යා භාගයේ පූජාවටත් ඔබ සියලු දෙනාම සහභාගී වන මෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා. So tomorrow's sponsorship is by Mr. Cesar and Sunita Gunawardhana. So as the Fernando family made offerings today to the temple by coming and providing all the requisites, so will the Gunawardhana family tomorrow come and then provide requisites and then make the puja offerings available for you as well. So we hope you will join us tomorrow as usual. So hope to see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Okay, all the very best.